Do you know how boring it is every time you want to cook? You have to start blending peppers, onion, tomatoes from scratch. Well, let me show you how to make a regular stew base that goes for everything. Any recipe you want to use is going to go for this stew base. Hello, beautiful people. Greetings. Your girl Claudy from cookingwithclaudy.com. Right now, I'm taking out my frozen peppers. If you missed my video where I was freezing and prepping the peppers and the tomatoes to freeze, you should definitely go check out that video. So now this is the night before. I'll take out everything, then leave it at room temperature for it to thaw or defrost. Okay, you can use the fresh version. Either one is gonna work perfectly. So I'll just let it here and let it thaw overnight. The next morning, you see that it's a little bit still cold and chilly here. I still have some ice in there. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and de-seed some of the peppers that are still seeded, because in my previous video where I was prepping them, I de-seeded them. So yeah, the ones that I did not de-seed, I don't have enough time to de-seed everything, guys. It was like 3 boxes of peppers. So now after de-seeding, I'll go ahead transfer into a blender. You're going to blend until smooth. Now, the blending texture is going to depend on your own preference or what you prefer. Some people are going to choose like the chopper so that the texture is a little bit coarse and rough. I prefer mine to be smooth like this because it's going to go for all the recipes I need. Now, this stew base we're going to make it today is going to go for soups, stews, casserole, anything you want to use. Pasta, rice is a regular base. Okay, so once you make this, you cut off your cooking time into half. You're not going to be blending tomatoes and onion from scratch. And guess what, this one I'm making now can take me for like 2 to 3 months. Yes, it's going to save me that stress in the kitchen every time. Now everything has been blended. Transfer that into a pot. You're going to let it cook until the water dries off. Okay, another method for this is if you are using fresh peppers or tomatoes, sometimes you can go ahead and boil it too to reduce the cooking time. Boil it before blending. For my onion, I'll use a chopper. Guess what? I do not like adding my onion inside the tomato mix. That tomato mix is a lot. By the time I put this onion inside, it's going to overcook and the flavor from the onion is going to disappear. I don't want my onions to overcook. I still want it to have that beautiful fresh flavor. Now, when that is cooking, from time to time, you want to open it and give that a good stir just to make sure that it's not burnt from the bottom, okay? Give that a good stir, scraping any bits from the bottom. I'll cover that again, let it dry off to reach the texture or consistency I want, and this is just how I want it to be. This took like an hour to cook because it was a lot. Yes, trust me, for that water to dry off, it was a lot. Now adding some oil, some cooking oil, any of your preferred oil, you can use this vegetable oil. Now this is the point where I bring my onion. In this recipe, I use 3 large onions. You can use red onions as well. When that comes, you want to give that a good stir perfectly until everything is well combined. Now, regular or basic seasoning, you don't need to over season it. I will start by adding in some bay leaves and now add some seasoning powder or bouillon or no seasoning, any of your preferred seasoning powder. I'll be using salt, but I'm using the seasoned salt. Regular salt is perfectly fine, okay? Like I told you, do not over season it because it's going to be used for all recipes. Now I have some thyme and some black pepper. That's all you need. Now, the reason you're not going to over season is because this is a base. You're going to be using it for all recipes. Any recipe calls for its own ingredients, okay? And there's a high probability that you will need salt, bay leaves in any of the stew, casserole, or soup recipes, okay? Now I saw that my oil was not enough. I went ahead, added in more oil, and I'm just going to let that cook because you want the onion and all those seasonings to cook in there perfectly, right? So cover the pot and let that cook on medium heat for about 15 to 20 minutes. Make sure you're opening it and stirring it from time to time again so that it doesn't burn. At this time, never ever abandon the pot, okay? Be close to your pot at all times. You don't want to cry at the end because when that thing burns, it changes the color and it changes the smell as well. So be very, very, give enough time to the base. After that has been cooking, I will let it rest until it cools off. Never ever freeze your food when it's hot. It should be at room temperature or cold. Now to package them, I'll be using some, mason jars. You can use any of your preferred containers. I prefer the mason jars because sometimes I can use each jar for 2 recipes depending on the recipe. Like if I'm using for jollof, 1 mason jar is okay. If I want to use it for like maybe peanut stew, just half of that jar is okay. So all these soup base can take me for like 2 to 3 months, sometimes even 4 months even. It's gonna save me a lot of stress in the kitchen, trust me. So if you're that person that is so busy, you want to cut off your cooking time, or you don't have enough time in the kitchen, this stew base is gonna be your go-to. It's a lifesaver, trust me when I say it's a game changer. Okay, now transfer that in there, and you're just gonna cover that, clean off any bits or excess, and go ahead and repeat the process until all your containers are filled. Okay guys, another thing you want to know is when you like package them like this, you have to freeze immediately. Okay, in case where you want to use it, yes, you can use it, but it can stay in the fridge for 3 days, and it can stay in the freezer for up to 1 year. Yes, 1 year, but in the fridge or the refrigerator, 3 days only. Okay, so now just go ahead and package everything. So guys, let me know what you think about this recipe in the comment section. Also, watch out for my other video. The next video I'm going to be posting, I'll be showing you 5 to 10 ways how I use this stew base and how you can use this stew base for all your recipes. This stew base can go for, you know, casseroles, instant pot recipes, slow cooker recipes, stovetop recipes. Everything is a basic, you know, stew base. Let me know what you think, and also do not forget to subscribe, support your girl. Do not forget to hit the notification bell so when I post my videos you're not gonna miss out. Also check out my other videos. I'm showing you guys hacks how to, you know, how to make your life easy abroad, and also substitutions abroad, and you know, frugal lifestyle for everyone to, you know. I also have like a plantain video, yams video when I preserve them, so make sure you check out that video. You're gonna grab something from it. Okay, for this sauce, yes, you can serve it like this as it is. You can put it on top rice and eat it, but I will not eat it like that because it hasn't been perfectly seasoned as I want it. When I cook my stew, I add more seasoning, some fresh herbs, some white pepper, but like I said, this is just a basic stew base. When you want to cook, then you're going to go ahead to add in more ingredients, spices, and the herbs you want. Okay,
cooking with Claudy, cooking with Claudy, easy simple recipe. Cooking with Claudy, cooking with Claudy, easy simple recipe. African, Asian.
see how beautiful everything is looking, well packaged, and now it's gonna go to my freezer. I don't have plans of using it yet. I just wanted to show you guys how I make my life easy and how to make your own life easy. So this is gonna go to my freezer like ASAP. Thank you so much for watching my videos, guys. I appreciate every like, every subscribe, every comment, and until I see you, bye for now.